And we are back. Raiders franchise. In the last episode, we simulated the Patriots game where we won 19-6. Or, excuse me, we watched the Patriots game. And then we simulated the Cowboys game where we won 34-28, putting us at 10-2. The only team in the league with 2 losses. We're in a very good spot. Hopefully, we're able to keep it going. Obviously, that's, the game plan. Uh, so yeah, without much delay, you see the injuries: Demario Douglas, Kyle Hamilton, Wanya Morris, Bayless, and Emmett Harrington. Few guys. We'll show off the roster, and then we'll hop into this game. We are going to be watching this Jets game, and then probably, not guaranteed, obviously nothing's ever guaranteed, simulating the Bengals game. We'll see, obviously, when we get there. But in place of Emmett Harrington is going to be Darren Hall, followed by Ben Tover if we absolutely need it. Same with Demario Douglas, with him being out, obviously. Should just be for this final week. Yes. In place of Wanya Morris is Carlos Santos. I'm thinking of the Bears kicker. And then looking at the defense, Antonio Johnson's going to be playing in place of Kyle Hamilton. Also going to be covering for Chase Bayless. But I believe that is everyone. It is. So without any more delay, that's the team going into this episode. Jets 7-5. They are currently the number 3 seed, winning their division. However, the number 7 seed is 8-4. So they do have a little gap, as the next closest team is the Patriots, who we just played. We actually gave them their loss, and then they lost in the week after. We're 5-5, dropped to 5-7. So the Jets, even if they lose, will still have at least one game of wiggle room. And that's assuming, one of the teams they need to win, like the Bills, or the Patriots. You see the Dolphins at 5-8, obviously not them. Nope, I did not mean to return this kick. I don't mind, though. I do love returning these kicks. The Saints are on an all-time tumble. One of the better teams have lost a few in a row now. I believe they are at one point 8-1. I don't know, after that, what's happened. That was a great return by me, by the way. Yes, I was just going to gloss over it. I had a chance to go to distance, but it's fine. Marco Fernandez for 13 and a first down already. 12 yards the best is going to put us in the red zone. But yeah. Obviously for us, our division is not locked up either. Yes, we are 10-2, best record, but as I mentioned, the Chiefs, who are the 7th seed, are last place in our division at 8-4. So nobody is out of this division. And Genty with a great run's gonna get into the end zone. Boy, oh boy, have we missed him. Showing off just why. As the Bills do pick up the win, so they improve to 6-7. Curious to see how New England's gonna do. Obviously, for them, Carolina dropping to 7-6 in that game. They start with Ricky Pearsall for 11, and then a 7-yard pickup by Breece Hall. Chargers, they're in our division 10-3. They pick up a win. So little to no room of error for us. Dylan Watkins, the tight end, gets 10 and a first down. Jonathan Culp with the sack. Good game between them and the Vikings, though. Vikings putting up 30, unfortunately for them, was not enough for the win. But Julian Cochran leads his team into the red zone. Breece Hall is going to be wrapped up in the backfield as Max Dunn, and then the Kobe Dean comes back there as reinforcements. Bringing up 2nd and 13 now, back at the 24. And that pass is incomplete over the middle. Bang, bang play. Pearsall unable to hold on to it. 3rd and 13 now, back at the 24. Need to get to the 11. A bit inside of it, actually, for a first down. Cochran running out of time. Completes only to the 20, though. Going to be well short of the first down. and they're going to obviously go for the field goal. 4th and 9, not really something you'd like to go for. The kick is good. So both teams on the board after their first drives. It's just Raiders with the touchdown, Jets with the field goal. 27-16, the Eagles beat the Lions, making them 8-5. Lions go to 8-6. Darren Hall goes for 7 yards there, 3rd and 3. Jackson's going to try and scramble but not get it, and we're going to have to punt that one away. Devin Gillisley with a good return there. 2nd and 9. It's going to be a penalty on Emmanuel Forbes, our 4th corner. So they're going to get an automatic first down. Back-to-back incomplete passes now. 3rd and 10. Darian Porter knocks one away, and they're going to have to punt it. And it's going to go for a touchback. 3 yards for Besh. Bengals and Patriots currently playing each other. 12 yards to Besh for a first down, with the Bengals leading 7-0. 6-yard rush by Genty. Sacked by Jermaine Johnson. 3rd and 13 now. 8 yards and 4th down. Gonna have to punt that one away. Pinned at the 7-yard line. Back-to-back incompletes now for Cochran. Gets 7 yards to Dylan Watkins. Not enough for a first. They're going to have to punt that one away. Esteban Morales. Good game between the Falcons and the Bears. Very pointless, though. 24-23. Falcons win that one. Really just hurts their draft. D'Angelo Favors with 11 in the first. Alec Rose with the sack. 2nd and 14. Genty picks up 5, bringing up 3rd and 9. Jermaine Johnson with his 2nd sack of the game, and we're going to have to punt away. Wow, man, this is turned into a defensive game. Well, it looked like it would have potentially been a shootout to start. And the Jets are going to go 3 and out, only picking up 7 of the required 10. And Demetrius Ivory, safety, knocks it away. And then it's a throwaway. 3rd and 10. Incomplete. Azariah Thomas. Decent return again by Gillisley, 10 yards. 12 yards to Dylan Watkins. It's going to be a first down. Another 12 to Gillisley. Brees Hall loses 3 yards. 11 yards to Gillisley. It's going to bring up 3rd and 1. And they get 8 with Garrett Wilson. And Jarius Easley, right edge, injured on that play. 8 yards to Brees Hall. 2nd and 2. Incomplete. 3rd and 2. 4th and 2. Do you go for this if you're the Jets? You do! But you don't get it. Short by mere inches, it looks like. As we get the ball, 20-yard reception already for D'Angelo Favors. 11 for Brock Bowers. There's the tight ends going off. Penalty on Alec Rhodes. 1st and 5 now. Genty rushes for free. 2nd and 2. 14 yards to Marco Fernandez is going to take us inside the 2-minute warning. We're going to go ahead and hop into slow motion for the remainder of this half. Minute 54 left. We have the ball up by 4 at the 29. Jackson able to escape, checks it down to Favors. Good move there, able to pick up 4. 2nd and 6 now, up to the 25. That's complete. That's Darren Hall up to the 12. First down. Raiders elect to take their first timeout with 1:10 remaining. Jets, by the way, do have all 3 their timeouts, so we do have to be careful we don't score too fast and give the Jets a chance. As Marco Fernandez is on the case up to the 4-yard line, there's an injury timeout to, I believe that is Charles Cross. 2nd and 2 now at the 4 after the 8-yarder. And that's going to be complete to Jack Besh. And we're going to extend our lead 14-3 with the extra point being good. 8 plays, 82 yards, 3.5 minutes. Gives the Jets a little over a minute. Might be a bit less depending on what happens on this kickoff, as it is going to be returned. Nope, a minute exactly. At their own 24, 76 yards if they want a touchdown. field goal, I always say you want to get around, especially in Madden, because for some reason the CPU just doesn't trust their kicker from deep. As that was a good completion. Who I believe they're tight end. Around the 40-yard line. Cochran, down he goes. Max Crosby able to hawk him down. Jets, by the way, took their timeout last play and this play after the loss of 4. 2nd and 14, 52 seconds left. 1 timeout left for the Jets already. As Jason Biddle's on pursuit. Complete. That's going to be a first down. Injury timeout to Matt Royster. So Raiders now out of timeouts due to that. Stops the clock with 47 seconds left for the Jets. They're at the 47 of Raiders territory. We see 88 in motion. That's been their go-to guy this drive. And that's going to be complete to the 33-yard line. First down, out of bounds with 42 seconds left. 15-yard pickup on the play. And that's incomplete. Tried to hit it to the receiver out wide. Not bad. With Max Crosby on coverage, he was able to knock them one away. And they go screen pass to Breece Hall. He's got the edge. He goes out of bounds at the 14 with Max Dunn right there to force him out. 33 seconds left. First down. That's going to be complete. Tackled inbounds at the 8-yard line. 2nd and 4. Timeout with 28 seconds left are the Jets. Got to be careful now with the time. 28 seconds, that is time, especially when you're at the 8. You know, you don't have to travel very far. But that's going to be intercepted. Antonio Johnson jumps the route, and he might go the distance. He gets hawked down at the 41. What looked like it could have been a potential pick 6. What a hustle by the DB, or excuse me, the wide receiver. Tries to throw it out wide to Gillislee, and Antonio Johnson just not that fast, I guess, as he got caught. Someone who is fast is Darren Hall. We'll see if he's able to break free on this play. Maybe it wasn't the smartest move to just chuck up a deep ball, but out of bounds with 4 seconds left. That's absolutely ridiculous that he came down with that catch as an interception. In no right in my mind did I think that was going to be intercepted. I thought that was going to be either an incomplete pass or we were catching the clock would run out. And Crosby's going to end the half on a bang with a sack there. 14-3. The Raiders lead at half with the Jets, I believe, receiving second half kickoff. Yes, because Max Dunn with that good return. Starting off with Bears-Falcons, this was a good one. Let's see how the stats line up. Throwing on the run is complete. Physically dominates, can't wrap up. Kellum able to go to distance. 24-23. The Falcons win that one. Eagles lines. It's going to be a Saquon run. He makes 2 people miss at once. Stiff arms another. What a run. We obviously knew we read it out 27-16, but boy oh boy, are these stats living up to it so far? Not these stats, these highlights. Next we have Broncos Chiefs. This is a game we didn't see at all. This might be a game that's played at the same time. Hurdling a man, then breaking multiple tackles. Never mind. 24-12, the Broncos win that one. That sucks. We really don't like the Broncos as they do. I have the tiebreaker currently over us, and we do also have to play them still. Any other games of any significance? Not that I could think of. Probably should have looked at the Bengals Patriots, but wasn't really thinking. All right, 14-3. Let's get this second half underway. Let's see, are we able to hold on, or do the Jets have something special with this second half? Going to start with Dylan Watkins going for 9 yards, then Brees Hall for 5. That's going to be a first. 10 yards to Pearsall, not enough for a first, just short. 3rd and inches, Max Dunn knocks that one away. Brees Hall picks it up for 5. Then he goes for 3 yards, so 2nd and 7. Jason Biddle with a sack. 3rd and 13, and they're going to get 2 yards. They're going to punt it. Oh, they pin us at the 1, though, so they have the potential to get a safety here. 7-yard rush by D'Angelo Favors. 3rd and 3. 13 yards to Marco Fernandez. Genty loses 2. Then Jackson picks it back up. 3rd and 10. Quinnen Williams gets the sack. And we're going to punt this one away with little to no return by Gillislee, 1 yard. Brees Hall is going to rush for 7 yards. And then Antonio Johnson's injured on the play. Hickman knocks that one away. And incomplete again. So the defensive battle continues. And only a 36-yard punt. And then a 6-yard return on top of that. So only 30 net yards. 10-yard rush reception by Genty. 3-yard rush. 12 yards to Marco Fernandez, first down. Bengals lead 10-6 currently, but the Patriots had the ball. 5-yard rush by Ezekiel Alford. 12 yards to Bowers, going to put us in the red zone. So not only are the Jets currently losing, at risk of going down even more with us in the red zone, but the Patriots might have a chance to win. The Bills already won. The Dolphins already won. So it's getting close between them. Down to the 1-yard line is Ezekiel Alford. Good run there. Genty tackled at the 4. Quinnen Williams read that like a book. And with 3 quarters done, 1 to go. The highlight of the 3rd quarter, that run there by Alford. Nothing really happened. Can't blame him. I mean, the little highlight, I would argue, is them pinning us at the 1-yard line on that punt. That's how lackluster that 3rd quarter was. Hand off to Genty's only going to manage maybe a yard if you're lucky. 3rd and goal now from the 4. Jackson alone in shock, and we see 3 receivers out wide. Brock Bowers blocking. We have an O-lineman running. Oh, it's a screen, but Jermaine Johnson is all over that. I did not see that tight end screen going. Or coming. Wow. We're going to take the chip shot field goal, which is good. Scores now 17-3. We lead, but with just under 14 minutes to go. I almost called them the Giants. The Jets, plenty of time left to potentially make a 4th quarter comeback. 28 yards, Ricky Pearsall is a first down. Their best bet, they have to get stops. They cannot allow us to do anything. Granted, it's been a very lackluster game, unless you're a big defensive guy. 4th and inches, you got to go for this. They kicked a field goal. That is the ultimate surprise card. I did not see that coming. Genty loses 2. Then incomplete. 3rd and 12. 14 to Bowers and a first down. That's huge. 6-yard for Genty. 16 for Marco Fernandez. If we score a touchdown, this game's over. 10-yard rush by Genty. Going to be just short of a first. You're going to say 19 for Genty through the air. Touchdown ends this game. 1st and goal from the 8. Obviously, it doesn't end the game, but it would be 3 scores. With the limited time D'Angelo Favors on the RPO, it's going to get in for the touchdown. As long as this extra point doesn't get blocked and returned back for 2, we are up 3 scores. Yep. Made sure to watch it and everything. 24-6. We lead by 18. $6:17 left. They're going to have to manage 2 minutes average a drive, with 2 of them having to be touchdowns. 1 of them, they're most likely having to be in a 2-point conversion. and they throw back-to-back incompletions. They get 11 though with Garrett Wilson to keep the drive alive. Then Cochran runs for 4. Incomplete. 3rd and 6. Incomplete. 4th and 6. You gotta go for it. Game on the line. Automatic first down. Eddie Kirkland commits a penalty. 14 yards to Ricky Pearsall. Brees Hall loses 2. 2nd and 12. Brees Hall loses another 2. 3rd and 14. Garrett Wilson rushes for a 4th and 7. They don't get it, and that's most likely going to be the dagger. 5-yard rush by Genty. Ravens win 17-14 over the Browns. 3rd and inches. We pick up the first down, and that is going to do it for this game. We win 24-6 over the Jets. Go ahead and look at the stats. Just a great game. Back-to-back games where you allow 6 points. Well, minus the Cowboys game because we didn't actually watch it. Jackson, 22 for 32, 234, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, being my fault. Genty, 15 for 56 and a touchdown. Marco Fernandez, 6 for 76. D'Angelo Favors, 4 for 43 and a touchdown. Besh, 4 for 31 and a touchdown. Bowers, 4 for 35. 2 for 29 for Genty, 2 for 20 for Darren Hall. Blocking, 2 sacks by Carlos Santos, 1 for Charles Grant and Caleb Rogers. 12 total tackles for Nakobe Dean, 3 tackles for Walker Crosby, 2 for Nakobe Dean, Eddie Kirkland, 2 sacks for Crosby, 1 for Cole Pap, sack from Royster and Biddle, with the interception being Antonio Johnson, 35-yard return. Kicking was perfect, punting, 57-yard average. Obviously, we had that great kickoff by Max Dunn as well. Just a great game all around. Offense, wasn't the greatest, but they did their job. We were able to keep it out of reach. 2 new injuries. It's going to be Antonio Johnson, who's going to be out 5 weeks, and who's the other one? Jerry's easily out 4 weeks, both with torn labrums. Dude, oh my days. I forgot to watch the weekly recap. You know what? It's fine. We can still watch it. Almost forgot. Here's our stats. This was the dagger of a touchdown to D'Angelo Favors. Broncos Chiefs. We already know how this one ends, but 24-12, obviously. Broncos picking up the win. And the Eagles Lions. I was hoping to see a game we hadn't already seen, but I'm just going to go ahead and skip it. The Bengals are 5-8, which does mean that they did beat the Patriots. Sucks for New England. That could honestly spell an end to their season. They were once 5-5. I think honestly 5-4. But just have fallen. Yeah, 4 in a row. It is never too late for a comeback, though. Najee Denard, we're going to try and re-sign him. 21 mil over 3 years. Cool. Craig Woodson, who the heck are you? Who did we release? Wait, actually, no, never mind. I think we had an open spot. Yeah, we did. Okay. Sure, Craig Woodson, you can be on the team. We're going to go ahead and advance this game against the Bengals, which will do it for the episode. Hopefully we win. Please. Battle of the two top quarterbacks. We do. 31-3. Get blown out. Rashad Jackson leads by 18 passing yards. Has the most in the league. Boy, oh, man, it's a close one between him and Burrow. Look at all our injuries, bro. We're struggling. Kyle Hamilton's still out. Did he re-injure? They're also out a lot of people, though. As long as we have our receivers, granted, our defense is probably going to be super injured. The last game, if you don't remember, we were rolling out literally anyone at the receivers. We had tight ends having to fill in. I gotta see the length of these injuries, though. Kyle Hamilton and Wanya Morris out for 1 more week, easily 2. Antonio Johnson 3. So they should all be back for the playoffs, which we currently do have the first round bye. Our real only competition at this point is the Chargers and the Ravens. Chargers strictly because we play on week 18. Hopefully we won't slip up. Ravens, obviously, I don't know who has the tiebreaker between the two of us, but it is shaping up to be a good one. Kansas City holding down that 7th seed at 9-5, with the 8th seed being the Steelers at 8-6. So we have clinched a playoff spot. Oh, nice. Didn't know that. Yeah, we're in the playoffs. But anyway, that is going to do it for this episode. The Jets, bro. Look at them. The Bills are right there. Patriots finally end their losing streak. They're not out of it yet either. But that is going to do it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. I did. In the next episode, we're going to be watching. We're probably going to watch the rest of the season out because, seeding is very important. But we're definitely going to be watching this Broncos game. We're obviously going to be watching the Chargers game. Bills, it's probably going to depend on what happens with the Ravens and Chargers in Week 17. So, yeah. But I will see you guys next time. Goodbye. Hope you enjoyed.